Tijuana, Mexico, the world's busiest border crossing where the United States and Mexico meet with a wall right down the middle. It's a city cloaked in mystery, a no man's land. It's a place many Americans whisper about with a mix of fear and fascination. Too dangerous, they say, too unpredictable.
And yet, to Mexicans, Tijuana doesn't quite capture the soul of a rich culture. Tijuana is the ultimate misfit.
But it's precisely in these border towns that a new culture emerges, raw and unfiltered, where the rules are rewritten daily. Movement is the lifeblood of Tijuana, with a relentless flow of humans, each carrying their dreams, their fears, their stories across the threshold. Legal status changes with a step, a stamp, a signature, and with it, culture shifts, morphs, and adapts. This week, we peel back the layers of this enigmatic city, because, as it turns out, people have got this place all wrong.
We just crossed the border.
Oh my gosh, I cannot believe we're in Tijuana. This is insane. I never ever expected we'd be filming a video here.
But a lot of people, they don't know this, but Tijuana is one of the biggest cities in Mexico. So I think we can find a lot of things to do over here.
I think you're right. And you already found a really cool breakfast spot. So if nothing else, finding this spot is probably going to be worth it.
Whenever I saw they're selling this dish, I said, I have to show you guys and I have to eat it. So we're here outside of the restaurant. 7:50 in the morning. We want to be the first ones because they open at 8, so we want to try this place.
Tijuanense chef Adria Marina travels the world in search for inspiration that can be reflected in each dish that she creates. Her latest project, Georgina Restaurante, is just that. This is what they're talking about when they say Tijuana gastronomy is one to watch.
This is a fabulous dish that we really wanted to show you guys. And it's a perfect transition between our Cecil series and this series in Mexico. So this is chilaquiles with burrata. What? Yeah. And you need to try it. It tastes amazing. We both ordered the same thing because it's something that you really need to try. And I think it's a perfect place if you want to have a brunch. They also have like a lot of fun cocktails. They have one with beer and orange juice. I don't know how that will taste. But the dishes there are amazing. We read the menu and there were a couple of things that we wanted to order, but definitely this one is the one that we choose.
Burrata with chilaquiles just makes sense. Because when you think about it, a lot of times when you order chilaquiles, it'll come with crema on top. Mm-hmm. So this burrata cheese is almost like mixing like a cotija cheese and like that crema together, and it's just incredible. But what stands out to me is definitely the crunch that they've achieved with the chilaquiles. So many places will serve it to you soggy. This one's perfect.
Agree.
While we wrap up eating our first of many delicious meals here, let's talk about Tijuana's history. Originally inhabited by the Kumiyé tribe, this area was a land of little interest to colonizers until the border between Mexico and the United States was established in the mid-19th century.
The city really began to grow in the early 20th century as a tourist destination. Prohibition in the United States turned Tijuana into a haven for Americans seeking alcohol and entertainment, catalyzing its reputation as a place of escape and indulgence. I guess that part of Tijuana hasn't changed much over the years, and our next spot still carries that legacy, reminding us that Tijuana knows how to party.
Our next stop is Avenida Revolucion. We picked up our dog Napa from the Airbnb and we're gonna take a little stroll around here. Now a lot of tourists, when they think of Tijuana, they think of this street. It has all the bars, all the clubs, places to eat. There's a lot more to Tijuana than just this street. But we figured since it's early in the morning on a Saturday and there's not a lot of people out right now, we're gonna take a walk down to the end, see what's going on around here, and show Napa her country. It's her first time getting out. She's already made a couple of street dog friends. Let's explore Revolucion.
As soon as you're in Mexico, you're bombarded with a lot of hospitals and places that you can make your medical procedures because of course they are cheaper over here in Mexico. Well, over here in Avenida Revolucion, there's not only bars, there's a lot of pharmacies, like 5 next to each other, and they're like all the way. So, and let's talk about this. Of course, we know there's a couple of medicines that you don't have to have prescription, or they are cheaper over here. So that's why is that.
You can get a drink, get some pharmaceuticals, and then go across the border.
Everything in a couple of blocks.
We were walking around and we came across this cute little corridor. What's it called?
Pasaje Rodriguez, and it's full of street artists and also people selling all kind of stuff.
Now I have a question for you, Martine. I keep seeing zebras in a lot of this street art. I don't know that zebras are native to Tijuana. What's up with that?
No. Like they were painting some donkeys, so they look like a zebra, you know, in the black and white pictures. I guess donkey was too boring,
Yeah.
so they added the stripes, and then it became like a symbol of Tijuana. Actually, they have a team.
I was just gonna say, the Zonkeys of Tijuana basketball team.
That's right.
And I think even still today you can see some on the street here. We haven't, and we probably won't because we're here a little too early.
Yep.
But
We'll see.
keep your eye out and just know they're not real zebras. And at the end of this street is Plaza Santa Cecilia, where you can see a really cool view of that huge archway that they have here, which is iconic from Tijuana, as well as visit Plaza Santa Cecilia. Now it's interesting because if you're looking around the plaza, you'll see like stars or handprints. These are from performers that have come here to perform. And down here, normally they have a bunch of papel picado, which is like that beautiful Mexican paper you see hanging above some of the streets. But because it's been raining, it all got destroyed. But still a really beautiful place. Lots of souvenirs over here. Just a fun place to stroll around, especially on a weekend. Normally it's packed over here, but we're here pretty early. And even then, it's still kind of busy. We need to put handprints of tourist to local.
That's Las Mañanitas norteño style. That's a happy birthday song that is from Mexico.
So, who would have thought down in Tijuana we found some followers of ours. What are your guys' names?
My name's Jocelyn.
And I'm Andrew.
And what brought you to Tijuana?
Tijuana is a place that is super cool and endless, so every time we come, it's a new adventure.
What has been your favorite thing to do in Tijuana so far?
Street food,
Street food?
100%.
Any recommendations of where?
Taco Nazo by the Playas or Zolo Tacos over by the Playas. They have bone marrow tacos, super good.
You guys are my type of people.
Yeah, it's so good with the culture and just all the food.
Yeah, cool. And you guys are from up north in Northern California. We should have carpooled together to get down here. Yeah.
After our meetup with Andrew and Jocelyn, we decided it's time to check out Tijuana's internationally acclaimed beer scene. And of course, it's hidden in a place where even Google Maps hesitates to go.
I don't know if I would always trust someone saying to go into a sketchy parking garage to find our next hidden gem in Tijuana, but I have a good feeling this is going to be a good one.
This one is weird because they don't have any advertising outside, so you just have to enter to this place. But we'll see if we don't finish somewhere else.
Oh, whoa, this is a good photo spot too.
Gran vista, ¿verdad?
And something funny happens when you're the type of person to go into sketchy parking garages in search of beer. You end up meeting some interesting folks who do the same, like Sebastian and his family. We kill time with them while waiting for the place to open, and they also share their impression of Tijuana with us.
How do you feel Tijuana is right now?
Well, I'm pretty young, so I haven't gotten that much experience. But it's definitely changed a lot in the last 10 years. It's definitely gotten a lot safer, cleaner. You got a lot more people, like foreigners coming over. Pretty much we got a day trip out of it.
And you guys live in Tijuana or in San Diego?
In San Diego. Every few weekends we used to just come for a weekend and come eat lunch or breakfast, whatever, and just come back.
Amazing.
Do you feel like it's a really big difference between each side of the border?
Before, yeah, at this point it's getting a lot more similar, especially
Yeah.
for the young people,
Yeah.
like location bars, restaurants. It's a lot more similar now.
And while most tourists come here in search of tequila and margaritas, Sebastian's family knows that Tijuana's brew scene is one to watch.
Everybody knows that San Diego is very good for the brewery industry, and that culture crossed the border. So Tijuana was one of the first cities to have that actually culture. Before it was popular in Mexico City or maybe Guadalajara, it was over here in Tijuana. So we were talking with our new friends, and there's a lot of popular speakeasies or brewing bars. That's very cool.
Now, beer is Mexico's largest food export, but craft beer is a whole different animal than the cheaper than water type of stuff you'll find in the store here. It's an art, it's experimental, and it takes talent, and there's plenty of that here. Tijuana has some nationally and internationally acclaimed breweries, and Norte Brewing Company is our personal pick.
Known for its magnificent views and surprising location in what used to be a strip club on the 5th floor of a parking lot, there's something for everyone here. So I take my time sipping a few cold ones while enjoying the views and letting Napa do what she does best, nap. We need her on her best behavior for our next fancy spot.
You need to sit? Good girl, que educadita.
Our next spot, thank God they are dog friendly. Well, they don't advertise themselves as it, but they did let us bring our dog in.
That's right. They have a couple of tables outside, like in a little terrace, so we can bring our little Napa.
But this place is very special. It's an institution. And now I have to ask you, Martin, when you think Cesar salad, do you think of Tijuana, Mexico?
I could guess a lot of people, they will think about Italy if it's Cesar salads.
Yes, but turns out the home of the Cesar salad is here in Tijuana, in this exact spot we are right now.
That's right. This is the Hotel Cesar's, and they have a restaurant, which luckily you can try without having a reservation in the hotel.
Yeah, so we're gonna see how the Cesar salad is made, and I'm sure it's gonna be pretty good. I don't think I've ever willingly wanted to order a Cesar salad so bad until we've been here.
I heard the way that they make it over here, it's something to see.
Before we know it, a man in a fancy white shirt, black vest, and tie shows up with this wooden cart and starts making the salad right in front of us.
Le voy a preparar la ensalada.
Okay. Turns out he's the official salad master. What a title. And he's been teaching the staff how to make the salad for years, just like it was done back in 1924. The tale goes that during a particularly bustling 4th of July weekend in 1924, Chef Cesar Cardini threw together what he had left in his kitchen to create what would become the Cesar salad you see around the world today. He tossed in anchovies, Dijon mustard, garlic, Worcestershire sauce, black pepper, egg yolk, fresh lemon, parmesan, and olive oil to create the sauce, followed by large stalks of romaine leaves and 2 croutons.
Today, Cesar's restaurant sells about 2,500 salads a month, all tableside. And if you find yourself here on July the 14th, 2024, a huge festival is happening in front of the Hotel Cesar's to celebrate the 100th anniversary. And the salad master is going to be serving hundreds of salads this day.
That's very good. There's this really nice emulsion that happens with the oil that they use. It's super creamy. Not like any other Cesar salad you've probably had before. Plus, I love that they serve the leaves like this whole.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can see it's premium leaves. Like it's a good lettuce over there, not like something shredded.
Yeah, and I always knew that they use anchovies in Caesar salad, but it wasn't until I tried this one that I can actually taste it.
It's good.
It's fresh.
I need to admit, Cesar salad is not my favorite, but this one, so good.
Between meals, we decided to head back to our place to freshen up, and the spot we found is freaking awesome.
The weird thing is, from here we can see the border. That's the wall.
In terms of where we're going to stay in Tijuana, because we're going to be working remotely here for a whole week, we wanted to make sure we were in a place that we felt really comfortable. Airbnb host doesn't know we're showing their place, but we did a lot of searching and we wanted to find a place that had 2 bedrooms so that we could close the door, plus adequate workspaces for both of us, which is actually kind of hard to find on Airbnb sometimes. Something where we both have a desk that we could close a room. This place fit the bill, and it has a kitchen and laundry and an area for Napa to go to the bathroom.
And allows dogs.
It allows dogs. So we have a whole extra bedroom if you want to come over and use the extra bed. So we're only going to use 1 room. But man, this place is gorgeous. We feel super safe here. There's security. We have our own private parking spot. I know a lot of people are afraid to visit Tijuana, but being here I feel a lot safer than some of the other places we saw. So should be a good work week. On the other side of town is this place, and it doesn't matter how you time it, there's a line, and rightfully so. The name of the place?
Tacos El Franc.
Tacos El Franc has been around since 1996, but the tacos go back much further in history, all the way back to the early 80s, when Javier Velades set up his first taco stand devoid of any fancy signs that blended in with all the other taco stands around here.
It was a struggle to stand out, but his dedication to perfecting the taste of every single menu item meant that word eventually spread and turned his business into what it is today. So you cannot go wrong with what you order here. From al pastor to asada, They have their stuff down to a science.
In my opinion, this is the best spot.
We went for the most popular option, carne asada topped with beans and guacamole.
A single taco is like a complete meal. It's so filling. I was expecting something tiny and that I'd have to order a lot. Now I'm regretting ordering 4.
It's clear Juliana hasn't yet mastered the Mexican art of taco math. No two taco types are the same. Our pop wasn't allowed here. So after we headed back to our Airbnb, rested up, and started planning our next day, which started with a killer breakfast.
Second day in Tijuana, lots more food options for us today.
That's right, so we came to this place called Alma Verde to have some breakfast. And the interesting thing is they are pet friendly.
Yeah, it's so great how many places have been pet friendly here in Tijuana, because we didn't create this guide with the intention of it being a pet friendly guide. We aren't like going to focus on that with our travel videos. It just so happens to be that these places are pet friendly. So
That's right.
it's great.
The main thing about this restaurant is they have a lot of vegan options.
Yes.
That's why Alma Verde, of course, so they have a lot of smoothies and they have a lot of breakfast that they're for vegans or vegetarian.
And we're not vegan or vegetarian, but we still found a lot of things on the menu that we're excited to try. But I also think it's good to point out that this place is just great for food allergies in general. If you're celiac, can't have gluten, they also can accommodate for that. And they love pets, so they're welcome here.
Check all our, how do you call it? All our boxes.
Yeah, exactly.
And also talking about the pet friendly, probably you guys are asking how's having Napa in our trip. This is our first road trip with her, and so far it's been so good. I mean, I never thought she's gonna be so well behaved as she's during our way here and during visiting all the places.
Yeah, she's a little over 4 months now, and for the past 4 months we haven't been filming because we've been really focused on getting her all trained so she can be good on the road, and she's doing an amazing job. It's definitely had us slow down a little bit more with the way we film, because Martina and I are go. It's been great because she reminds us that we do have to stop every now and then for nap time.
Or food time, or potty time.
Yeah, we're gonna enjoy our meal. We ordered chilaquiles. I got some stuffed French toast.
I got chilaquiles, mole chilaquiles.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, and they have the cacao, they put it over here. Yeah. It's
Okay.
gonna be cool.
Gonna be a good day.
Okay.
On these trips, we're always blown away at the cuisine we end up finding, and Alma Verde is a great breakfast spot. But as we travel, we're also reminded of the stories that tug at our hearts, leading us to places like The Wall at Playas de Tijuana. Here, the ever so controversial border serves as a stark reminder of the nuances and complex narratives surrounding immigration, one that we've lived and seen for ourselves. Approaching it, we didn't expect the wave of emotions that would overcome us, but it did.
It's difficult to be over here because we know what that walls represent for both countries, for a lot of people, and I'm talking with from my privilege, because of course I live over there. I can come to Mexico every single time I want. I can cross every time I want, and I know there's a lot of people that they cannot do that. That maybe they're living over there, and they cannot cross. They cannot visit their families. They cannot eat Mexican food over here. They cannot, I don't know. They cannot do a lot of things. So it's hard. I know it's difficult to explain what I feel whenever I see that wall over there dividing two countries and a beautiful sea over here.
It's pretty crazy to be here because for Martina and I, a lot of times this wall was just something in our head. It wasn't something you could physically see, and physically seeing it, it's like a whole other experience. It brings back a lot of emotions for us. In case you're new on our channel, Martina's from Mexico and I'm from the USA, and for the longest time this wall separated us. That's why we had to go through our whole journey with immigration. It's so crazy to see a physical representation of the thing that divided Martina and I for the longest time. I at one point lived in Mexico. He lived in the US. Like, in our relationship, we've always just wanted to be on the same side of this wall. And for us, we felt like it was hard. You know, years of paperwork and, you know, Martine missing his home a lot of the time. But for many people, we have it easy. There's people who they never get to see their family again. I'm sure you can talk to anyone on this beach and it brings up different emotions, but for us, for our story, this wall represented trying to separate Martine and I.
But they couldn't, because right now we're living together and we're visiting every single state in Mexico and the USA. So we are very happy that we're learning from each other's culture, and that wall couldn't stop us.
We're sure some of you watching this have your own story of what this wall means to you, and we'd love to hear your story in the comments, because sharing that is the best way to illuminate the shadows that walls cast and bridge the gap in understanding.
There's another spot that we want to show you guys here in Tijuana, and that is
Centro Cultural Tijuana. This is a huge, huge place. There's a lot of things to do over here, and because it's Sunday, we don't have to pay anything.
Yeah, that was a pleasant surprise.
That's right. You only have to pay if you want to go to the aquarium, if you want to go to the movies, and if you want to go to this sphere over here that they also show like kind of a movie.
Yeah, it's like an IMAX kind of thing, right?
Yep, that's right, that's correct.
But for us, we just decided to stick with the free exhibits, which were super cool. There was this art exhibit that had some great messages, and I really liked the California exhibit because this state has had quite the past.
That's right. Yeah, it's called Museo de las Dos Californias, Museum of the Two Californias, and it was very interesting. I think I agree with you. The Cube and the Two California Museum, it's the best that you can watch over here.
Yeah, so it was kind of fun to walk around and take it easy. Also, what's super cool is just the architecture of this building. It's so, so beautiful. It reminds me actually a little bit of that one we went to in Qatar.
Wow, okay, flashbacks.
I know, right?
No, but I think we recommend this place. It's a beautiful, beautiful place to be, and a lot of things for everyone. Also, we saw if you want to bring your kids, I mean, we don't have kids, but if you want to bring your kids, there is also like a room that they can play, and they were singing and they were learning about history.
Oh, we had a nice little moment of Martine and I both singing Itsy Bitsy Spider in each other's language.
That's right.
It was quite the moment. We should have got that on camera.
So we recommend you to come over here on a Sunday.
Yeah, our dog wasn't allowed in, so she's back home napping, but speaking of which, we're gonna go meet back up with Napa.
Vamos!
I'm so excited for this last spot. We kind of saved the best for last for you guys.
Juliana loves these kind of places where you can choose different types of food, and we found one.
Yes, it's called Telefonica, and they're not just dog friendly, they're dog celebratory. That's the new phrase I'm gonna give it. We had so many staff come up and say hi to Napa. Dogs are allowed here. And it's fun because also we can, you know, choose different items to eat.
That's right. I know many cities, they have these kind of plazas, let's call it like that, so you can have a couple of different options, but this one, it has personality, it looks a little rustic, and it's kind of fun.
Yeah, fun young vibe. So there's also a brewery in the back that has some really cool brews. They had, what were some ones you saw?
It was peanut butter, marshmallow.
Yeah, tangerine.
That's the ones that I choose?
Yep. So we're gonna just have a couple of dishes here, hang out with Napa, let her enjoy one of her last nights here in Tijuana before we head down further south.
That's right. So let's see what they have to offer.
Pulled pork hot dog with elote on top. Looks amazing.
¿Qué tal?
Oh yeah. This is what you should get.
You have to put in the comments. When I go to Tijuana, I like to...
Yeah, I'm curious what those answers are gonna be, but in the meantime, we've left a video over here for you guys to watch next. So long.
Travel well.
And make the world your neighborhood. See you guys next time.
Bye.